Welcome to Manga Palate, everybody. I'm one of your two hosts. I'm Justicia Luna here with my co-host.
Manga Chef Isaiah.
Yay! And I don't know, I'm exhausted. I don't even know how to do this because this one is like, oh boy. Uh, we watched Awful Girl. Who remembers Awful Girl? I hope you remember Awful Girl. So Awful Girl is based on the young coma, and a lot of young coma recently. I realized this now.
It's like a young
Um,
coma
visual
every week.
is August Young Coma month.
I guess
Is
so.
that a theme? I guess it is. The show ran from July 4th of 2017 to September 9th of 2017. And you know what? The show's really short. But when I say that, I don't mean, oh, it has less episodes than normal, like No Kome, which only got 10. I mean, the episodes aren't the full 30 minutes. They're like 10 to 12, I guess. And to be fair, it's Aho Girl, and it's really, really goofy and dumb. And it would be kind of hard to maintain 30 minutes of it. I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm saying that much like Defrag, and a lot of other things we've talked about, ooh boy, is it hit or miss. Speaking of which, the main girl, the actual stupid girl, as the name implies, is Yoshiko Hanabatake, who's voiced by Aoyuki. And Isaiah, you should know that name whether or not you looked it up.
Yes, I know.
Give me two things she's done.
She did the girl from Dog Days. Uh the one from the Squirrel Country. Forgot the name.
You're right. Okay. Anything else?
She did Kosaka Aiko from Sovich. The main
She
girl.
was icon on Show Bitch.
Yeah. And it's
Main
too.
girl?
She's
Yeah.
basically the main
Okay,
girl.
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, okay. I think that our audience here would probably more know her as Suyu Atsui, the meme frog girl from Boku no Hero Academia. By the way, she was Seriga, so we watched Gaworare as much as you can watch Gaworare. And
Yeah.
Seriga's there. Um, okay, yeah, and the male lead is Akuru Akutsu, who's voiced by Tomokazu Sugita. Do you have any idea who that is?
No, I didn't know.
Okay, cool. Fine, whatever.
But
He's Gintoki on Gintama. But
but I see you did something from Beelzebub.
who
The
was on Beelzebub?
one of the guys that the main guy beats up.
One
Like
of the dozens of people that make Guy Pizza.
yeah. Wait,
Dozens.
wait, like
Um,
it was also Brock.
he was in one of the more recent versions of Pokemon, I think. But most people probably know him as Gintoki from Gintama, the lead, because that show's been on for like what, 8 years now? Good God, it's been forever. I personally liked him as Hoshi, the star man in Arakawa Under the Bridge, and he was also the male lead on Shuffle. I'm gonna throw that out there because Shuffle's great. And I think beyond the Gintoki, he's Kion from fucking
Haruhi
Haruhi
Suzumiya.
Suzumiya.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The best friend here, Sayaka Sumino, is voiced by another woman named Sayaka Harada, who has not had a lot of work. But she has done two things I'm particularly secure about. She's the voice of Nakai, the weird little Zarashi Kiwarashi on Yuragi Sono Yunasan, and she's Miyu on Cinderella Girls, another Idolmaster pop. And there's a couple of Idolmasters here, so oh boy.
And there's some people from Killing Bites.
Look at that. You're right. Okay. Sumire Uesaka voices the class president, who I don't think they ever say her name, honestly. I think they just say Incho the entire time.
Yeah, she's like the pure girl. She's funny.
I like her. I
Yeah.
genuinely do. She's fun. So on the
Super
top,
flat though.
what? I mean, does that? Oh, you mean like there's not a lot to her?
No, I meant
Like
like,
flat chested?
yeah, like chess.
Okay, fine. If that's where we're going today.
It comes up later.
They make a joke about it,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, I mean, do we really want to stoop to their sense of humor? It's a young coma. It's particularly this young coma.
I feel like we have to for this
I don't
episode.
know if I'm willing to do it.
Okay.
Um, so Anastasia, she voiced Anastasia in Cinderella Girls. I personally like the music she's done before. Like she did Parallax View, which was the ending to, was it? What was it? Was it no Reitatsu? Something like that. She's Tamaki on Good Job Boo, which is God, I love Good Job Boo so much. It's so nothing. It's the best. Um, she does the voice of the vice president of the other school, Mori, on Seita Yakui Nomo, and she was on Show by Rock. Is Choo Choo, which if I explain Show by Rock, we'll be here all day. Um, Yoshiko's mother, Yoshie, Hanabatake, is voiced by Yoko Hikasa.
Yeah, I know that name.
You should. I feel like I've said her name 8 times.
She's Risa Grimmery from High School DxD.
Yes, she was Ria Marie. Anything else?
Uh, I know there's something.
Really? I'm amazed.
She's
There's one
Popu.
other thing we watched.
She's
Huh?
Popuko from
Yeah, but like I said before, there are like 70 people who are Popoco and PPP. That's it. That's not an iconic thing because she was doing it for 10 minutes.
Oh, she was on
Maybe.
Dog Days. She was
She was also on Dog Days.
the
Yes.
Arquin, the samurai girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? There's
She
another
was
thing we watched.
in Setai
Mhm.
Koto Yame in Indo, the funny show.
That's not a show we've watched so far.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
I watched it.
Yeah, but I mean on this show.
Uh, she's something else
It's
on
the
the
one
show.
that I always think of. I think it's almost this every time I bring her up is the first thing I say.
Alright, you lost me. You have to tell me.
Hoki Shinonoro from Infinite Stratos.
Oh yeah,
The samurai girl.
the
Also
childhood
Shinama
friend.
Kusan Seki. One of the childhood friends.
One of them.
There's two.
Not the Chinese.
Not the Chinese one.
The
Oh,
first
I
one.
love that about Infinite Stratos. It's like every girl's from a different country. Yay. That's not, it's not weird if I say, no, the Chinese girl. Because that's who she is. That's most of her gimmick. Anyway,
Oh, she's also Ray on Free. Jeez.
she was also Ray on Free. But like little baby Ray, not adult Ray.
Huh. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Because adult Ray, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. I do like the music they wrote for the show. Anyway, the little Akutsu, or rather, Akuru, right? That's his name. Akuru's little sister, Rudy. I wrote this because I was a little blown the fuck away. Sayaka Senbongi, and she's done almost fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like really, Like she's done next to nothing. She hasn't been working very long. Also, she's our age.
I don't know how that's possible. I mean, I guess she had a
She
hard time finding people.
she was born in '95 like us, and she started working really hard in like 12 and 13, and then started working really hard in 15, and so far has done pretty much fucking nothing, which sucks. That's awful.
She doesn't even have a bad voice.
No,
Like,
no,
I
she
feel like
doesn't.
she did pretty good with the sister.
Yeah, she was in Dodeku, which is the thing I liked. I remember you saw the premise and were like, I don't know, that seems kind of dumb. And I'm like, buddy, I read that manga. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, and then and the last one I wanted to bring up was the weird, like, sort of gal girl, Akane Emura, voiced by Mao Ichimi.
Oh, the
Does it?
like reddish hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She ends up with her friend who's like super, like, I'm into you. But so Mao Ichimi, Ichimichi. Does that sound familiar?
Ichi Michi.
Yes.
Maui. Yeah.
Mao.
Yeah, she did, what was the thing? Oh, yeah. She did Akane from Jitsu Watashima.
Yeah. She's also on Cinderella. She was also on Cinderella Girls and on Flip Flappers. And she's the latest version of Hikari from Digimon. It's like the guy's little sister. Okay. What do you even have to say about all? Girl, I have like nothing to say. It's so like goofy.
I
There's
feel
not
like we're
really
doing
much for me to
defrag
say.
again,
I feel like we're doing defrag again.
but
Exactly.
the
That's
jokes
why I was a
are a
little
bit
concerned.
different.
Oh, there's slapstick jokes. Like defrag doesn't have as many slapstick jokes.
Yeah.
Like this like defrag is goofy in the way that it's like, oh, isn't that weird? Isn't like, oh, no one's gonna explain anything. But like Awful Girl's like, I'm gonna uppercut this bitch, and like that's kind of
Every
that's
time she
kind
does
of
something
it.
annoying. Yeah.
To be fair,
Um.
she sexually harasses him all the time,
Yeah.
and he can't run away because she just follows him. So I guess the next best thing is to fight her.
Yeah. He was training hard at the last episode just to punch her.
Ah, you mean like when he was a child?
Yeah.
He was 5 years old and he went through a training montage because he wanted to beat the shit out that girl who continues to sexually harass him.
Yeah. I feel bad for his sister.
And I do too. That's why I like her. I mean, like, she's genuinely trying, you know?
Yeah.
Versus, because, like, they'll make that joke of, like, man, you're just as dumb as Yoshiko. And I go, is that true? Because, I mean, like, Yoshiko's dumb because she doesn't even bother to try. She doesn't give a shit. But like Rudy's trying, and she could genuinely improve. She has gotten grades above a zero before, but living next door to the girl who's a disaster probably means she's fucked.
Yeah. Like she
And her
influences
brother
everybody.
tries. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, let's not forget those children that she hangs out with.
Oh boy. Her name is like Nozomi, the little girl
The
that
little,
wants to be
yeah,
like her. Yeah.
yep. Do you remember that time when she forced them to play dolls and
Yeah.
like
Michael,
Yoshiko strips her
Michelle.
doll? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like Yoshiko strips her doll and goes like, I'll give you my body. I'm so sorry. And then like the little girl who just doesn't understand what's happening just goes, okay. And her two friends who totally understand what's happening going, this is awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
oh man.
also,
I,
when they're doing the Power Rangers thing, he was like, "We're gonna catch this little girl," and then Aho girl, she's like, "I'm gonna dress up as a Red Ranger and save her."
yep. It's and then the boys want to stop her because they realize that if she saves her, that she's probably gonna grow up to be just as awful. So they team up, but they decide that they're gonna side with the villain on this one.
Yeah, it's like, take the hint, take the hint, please take the hint.
Just fucking stop. She's a mess. Uh, can I just say, all right, there's three people I genuinely like because everyone else seems to be in some shape or form a disaster. I like the 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 class president, Incho, the little sister,
Wait, why do you like the
Ruby,
class president?
because she is like a fucking. It's I don't know. It's something's really funny to me about watching someone try to hold back and then not really hold back.
Uh,
It's like it's like you ever see someone goes like, I'm not gonna eat that cake. I'm not gonna
but they
eat
keep
that,
looking
and then
at
they
it.
just fucking eat the whole cake.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like her because it's amusing in that sense. And you gotta admit, most of the time she doesn't really do anything to him. She kind of watches and stares, and it's creepy. Yeah, but she doesn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
And I respect that a lot more than the sexual assault that Yoshiko does.
Yeah.
So her, the little sister Rudy, and Sayaka, the friend,
The blonde
because
one.
damn, she's trying her best.
To keep it together.
She's trying her best. She's, she does a lot of stuff, and she's I remember there's a scene where there's a point where like she goes, she's telling the main guy Akuru, but everyone calls him Akun because fuck it, Yoshiko calls him that, and honestly, saying Akuru all the time is a little bit tiresome. So she looks at Akun and goes, "No, you have to understand. You sort of need to hang out with Yoshiko." He goes, "No, I don't." And she goes, "No, you don't understand. You're all alone." And she looks like she's about to cry because she thinks he's lonely.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that's really sweet of you. The wrong place to do that, but that's really sweet of you. You poor, poor lost girl. Ah, it's fantastic. And like her crying makes him give up and like, fine, fuck it, whatever. I don't really.
When they were going to the beach, right?
Yeah.
Before they went to the beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, I'm just not gonna go. Fuck it, you guys go. I don't want to go. I'm gonna study. Which I mean, like I said, I don't totally hate him or anything. He's just kind of a whatever guy. I feel that the only thing is like him having to be stuck with Yoshiko's probably what makes him so bitter. I don't think if he were around, I think if he weren't around that girl so much, he wouldn't seem so angry all the goddamn time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as entertaining.
It
Probably just
also wouldn't
study.
be a gag manga. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a gag manga. Like the entire joke here is it's very Pepe Le Pew, but it's like I'm gonna keep following you. Oh no, I got hurt, and I'm gonna keep following you like that. But she's also just overall dumb, so she ends up like bu- bumping into other people and making them awful inclusively. Because let's
Because of
not
her
forget the
logic.
president wasn't as much of a creep,
Yeah.
huge creep. She became a huge creep after hanging out with Yoshi.
Yeah, she told her to, like, make a pact with her and peep over when they're at the house ring.
Hmm.
And the only one that's trying
Uh,
to get them to, like, be reasonable is Sayaka again.
she's trying. She's trying her damnedest. All right, look, here's the thing I remember on the topic of Yoshiko making people awful. Uh, the teacher, that teacher,
Oh, that one
she does
scene,
not
right?
know what to do with her. The one where she like just grabs a kutsu. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like, I've been single for so long, and he goes, well, lady, we're at work. Come on, you're an adult. Get it together. Get it together. Ah, fuck it. And karate chops her in the back of the neck.
Because he had to. Also at the
I
movies.
mean,
Well,
with
actually, I
the
think that was
sister,
just her.
yeah.
I think that was just his sister.
That's a sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, his sister was like screaming at the screen because Yoshiko was doing it.
So you have to knock both of them out.
Well, he saw everyone is paying attention to us. We're gonna look like a fucking mess. You gotta stop it. Come on, come on. But I can't tell my sister that she's being shitty. I'm gonna make her cry. And he goes like, just fucking quit her. And then like he sees that she's crying, and he goes like, ah, fuck it. And he just knocks them out and runs out.
Yeah.
Uh, he's he's a he's a trooper. He hasn't like committed murder or anything. I'll admit they give a lot of the hits like pretty animation. Like when they give it a German suplex, it looked nice.
Yeah.
So, was there
I
any jokes that like stood out to you?
I was gonna say the doll one,
The
but
doll? Go on. Oh, you
uh,
mean the one about Michael and Michelle? Yeah.
yeah, but I guess where they're at the park and they first meet the three kids. Yoshiko meets the three kids.
And she's riding the dog.
Yeah.
No. That dog is a hero.
Oh yeah, he has his
Can we
own
agree on
story.
that?
Yep.
That dog is amazing.
He
And it
saved one of
makes
the
sense
kids.
that not only do you save children, you stop the bank robbery.
He dodges bullets.
He stopped a bank robbery and he dodged bullets. Which I know what you're thinking, audience. What the fuck are you talking about? That's just the thing that happens in this show. The dog goes on its own adventure where it saves his kid from drowning, and it saves a little girl from getting hit by a car, and then it goes into a bank for whatever reason, and then it stops men who are like a man is about to shoot a child in the face, and then the dog decides I have to save them, and it tackles one guy, and another guy shoots at the dog, and the dog in bullet time dodges the bullets, and then gives a spinning roundhouse kick to the guy's gut.
Yeah.
That dog is a fucking hero.
I also like the way he
Uh,
understands. Uh,
Humans perfectly.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I really do wonder where she found the dog. Cause I remember when the dog shows up, she goes, "Hey, I found this dog." And they're like, "Okay, what's his name?" She goes, "His name is Dog." And they go, "That's fucking retarded, but what are we gonna do about it? Fuck it." And the dog is just so smart. He's so capable. It had the not it had the ability to like jump and give a spinning roundhouse to an adult man. I'm
Didn't understand
mm,
movies.
and understand and appreciate film. He
Oh,
didn't just understand it; he liked it. He appreciated the art of film,
yeah,
and
he had the
that's why
symbolism.
yeah, and that's why Akudu is like, you know what, this dog is dope. I love this dog.
Yeah.
And when they ask him about it, he goes like, "Fuck this dog," and then like he looks sad, but then the dog gives him a thumbs up as it walks away, as if to go like, "Nah, it's cool, man. I know what it's really about, bros." And it's like, what the fuck? Fucking. It's a fucking dog.
It understands us.
I yeah, it does.
Oh, so he gets
So
nervous around Sayaka's dog. That was funny.
the little Pomeranian, yeah. He has a crush on it, from my understanding. Because when he got the flower, he was like, "I'm gonna go take it to the other dog."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay," and that's how he ended up on the adventure where he saved children and stopped the bank robber.
I also
All
like
right,
when
go.
the red-haired delinquent girl. I liked a lot of things to her, but when they stood up to do the class festival, but they actually just ended up playing video games instead. She was like, "I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it." It's like 1 hour later. We got to the final boss. Give me a
yeah.
second. And it's like 7 a.m. and they're still playing.
Yeah. I I mean like later on it just kind of becomes wrapped up about the fact that her friend has a crush on her, and that's kind of it. You kind of forget about her hanging out, which sucks to me. Like it's a bummer that it's like, oh well, I guess that's a romantic subplot now. Whatever. I on the topic of things that people that don't really show up all that much, Ryuichi, the blonde guy, the guy who got hit by Yoshiko and just decided she's cool.
Oh yeah, the she worships him. Worships him.
Yeah, that it's the stupid fucking delinquent hierarchy shit. Like, you're stronger than me. I guess you're cool now. It's fucking ugh. whatever. And the point the point is, um, there's a bit where Yoshiko wants a fancy banana beverage, and he goes to go get it for her after like searching the entire time because she can't find one. And some guys beat the shit out of him and drink his juice,
Mhm.
which I mean, yeah, all right. And then Yoshiko decides who were they, where did they go, and she goes to their school and beats the shit out of all of those guys. And there's like a moment where like the leader of the guys, he just fucking rocks her in the jaw, and then she says, that doesn't hurt a tenth of the amount Akun's punches do. And he goes, what? And then she pummels him and leaves because, and not because he beat up Ryuichi, but because he disrespected bananas.
Yeah. She doesn't even know who Ryuichi is sometimes.
She doesn't know who he is sometimes. Oh, fuck me. So, like, if you left the watch Aho Girl, because there's fucking nothing but stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the rivalry between the class president and the mother is amazing.
I don't even know what that is.
Um,
Like, I get it,
I
like,
mean,
oh, they're competing over Akun, but it's the weirdest
what's
way
with the drama?
possible.
What's with the drama and stealing each other's underwear? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a little impressed that at one point it's like, what was it, like 7 to 8 minutes of the episode was dedicated to them having a battle.
Yeah.
It's a 10-minute show, so this 7 to 8 minutes was the bulk of the episode.
It's about winning
And then at
over
the
his
end,
sister.
yeah, which I mean, that's strategy some people have. They go like, all right, well, he's very attached to his family. If I get in with his family, I'm basically in. But you know what I like about that? They do all that weird shit, and then at the end, like they give a full flash of the sign that was behind them the entire time, and it says, "Be careful with perverts in the area."
Yep.
And I was like, that's a solid side gag. That they're like, they're competing with stripping each other's underwear and then hooking their bras with their clothes on, and then the final death gambit is the president taking off the little girl's underwear with her feet and putting it on in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And then the sign goes, "Beware of perverts in the area." And I was like, that's fair, because people like this are around here. It's a very genuine concern we should have. Uh, I love that Yoshiko's mother's plan is just to get Akun to marry her because she goes, "You're gonna die on your own. There's no way you'll be fine. I have to have Akun marry you, or you're like dead. You're dead, and then who's gonna take care of me? Nobody. Akun, please marry her." And he's like, "No, she's awful." And she tries time and time again to make Yoshiko like better, and that doesn't work because the girl is dumber than a sack of rocks.
I think the
Oh,
only reason why she even likes Akun is because she gave her a banana for the first time. And she's like, what is
I'm not
this?
even sure
This is the
because like
greatest thing.
she was annoying him before the banana. I think the banana sealed the deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, really into him.
Yeah, the banana was the nail in the coffin, but I feel like he was already in a coffin.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
I still love that training montage. The training montage was like, or he taped a drawing of her to a sandbag, and he just kept pummeling the sandbag till he launched it in the air like fucking EPO.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta respect that kind of dedication. And then the end of that bit is just, "You're right, my feelings haven't changed in 10 years. I still wanna fucking kill you." And he like rocket uppercuts her, and everyone looks on in amazement. Oh, fantastic.
I guess there's not
I'll
that
admit
much
that
to say about the show.
there really isn't. There was a bit in the manga I kind of want to bring up just because it reminds me of like how great Sayaka is.
Okay.
I can't remember if this was in the show because I watched it a few days ago. I know, like I've been busy lately. Uh, But so the president is going to sneak into Akun's room at night because she just wants to like watch him while he sleeps. Which again, creepy. Didn't do a thing. So that's a little more respectful than the girl who genuinely sexually assaults him. Although I'll admit the bar is very low here. The bar is lower than the foundation of the house I'm in right now. So, just as long as you're on the first floor or at least the basement, you're okay. Anyhow, um, so if she's going to do that, she runs into Sayaka, who's staying over at Yoshiko's house, and she goes like, "What are you doing?" She goes like, "I, I don't know." She goes like, "Why do you have to do stuff like this?" She's like, "I don't want to do stuff like this. I don't know. I think about him, and then I think about Yoshiko, and she lives next to him. She's probably gonna do something, and part of me wants to protect him, but then she goes like, "No, no, look at you. You're drooling." And she goes like, uh, I don't know. I really like him." And she goes like, "Okay, well, he's not gonna like you if you're like this, right?" And she goes like, "I mean, he doesn't think I'm awful, does he? He thinks you're gross and weird." And she goes, and she just like puts her face in her hands and goes, "I don't know what I'm doing with my life." And she goes, "All right, good. The first step is acknowledging you have a problem. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I am gonna make sure you don't talk to him, or really bother him, or look at him, or anything for the next week." And she goes, "I'm sorry, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And that way, if you can do that, then you can start talking to him like a normal human being instead of the weird creep you're acting like right now." So then it just spends a while following them as like Sayaka is continually stopping her from talking to Aku. And then like at the end of the chapter, Aku goes like, "Hey, President, you seem okay recently." And she goes like, "Success." But then after talking to, or like in the instance of talking to him, she loses her shit because he approached her rather than the other way around. And she sort of starts drooling again, and then he goes, I'm gonna go now. No. And then Sayaka goes, you couldn't fucking do it, could you?" Which is an amazing adventure in and of itself. That wasn't in the show, right?
No.
No, because it's a later chapter of the manga than when the show was getting produced. But that's such a good fucking. Oh, I love that. And then she just starts drooling while talking to him, and he goes like, "Okay, bye." And she's like, "No, hey." And Sayaka goes, "You fucked up. We were trying. God damn it." Oh,
Every time.
um, every time. I mean, you can't control yourself at this point. Like Pavlov and the dog, yeah. By the way, like I said, the president is Sumi Osaka, right? She did the ending theme, which is fun. It's a fun song. Anything?
I don't think I ever saw that anything. Oh,
Oh, really?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
I guess. Really stick
The
out that much.
opening is by the pop duo Angela, who also did the music for Setukaya Koindama and a bunch of other stuff, but I mostly remember Setukaya Koindama. Okay, dokie. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, that's about it.
Like, as a young mama, there's like so many limitations to where there's this, like I've said, like we said right to you, Frag, there's a sensibility to the humor that's got to be like off the walls and goofy. But like the kind of goofy can be a little different, but overall it's always off the walls goofy, which isn't a knock. It's not an insult. It's not anything. It's just that kind of humor is really hit or miss. There's no middle ground. I feel like you either like it or you don't like it,
Yeah.
and that's what always makes me feel weird about talking about these kinds of shows. It's like I'm laughing, yeah. It's kind of hard to describe this stuff and not like chuckle or think about it. Like when I remember the dog giving a man a flying roundhouse kick. Like, what the fuck was that? Um, or the fact that the girl's final death gambit was, "I'm gonna strip the underwear of this small child." and put it on myself. Which, by the way, when that segment ends, the little girl goes to her house and like goes to the bathroom and goes like, "Where'd my underwear go?" She didn't even notice. She makes a very vague comment about like, "Ah, it feels a little breezy now," and then when she gets home, that's when she realizes her underwear was gone. But, or the fact that because the mother was pulling up the skirt of the other girl, which yes, this is all happening. I am not saying this to fuck with you. That was just that weird Death Gambit battle. And when she pulls up her skirt, she is wearing underwear. She didn't recognize it was her own underwear. A. B didn't realize her underwear was missing. And C only realized the second she went to the bathroom and home. The girl is not bright. But like, yeah,
Never released.
you either love that or yeah, you're very cool on it.
She took so long to learn the bike, and she didn't even learn
She didn't really ride the bike.
because she thought, oh, since I'm so bad at studying for school, maybe I could be good at something
Maybe I could be
else.
athletic. Maybe I can be athletic. You gotta admire that. She's trying. Poor Rudy. I love that there's a point where like her brother, I mean like Yoshiko's going like, "You're gonna end up like me. You're gonna be stupid like me," and then like Rudy's crying, and then like she goes like, "I'm not gonna be like that, right, big brother?" And he goes, I mean, you try." So, and then she starts crying even harder.
I like
And
the way you hear
that's
the
the
dog
fire.
thoughts sometimes. He's just like, she's
Yeah.
gonna be fine when she grows up.
Mhm. Say like that's either funny to you or it's not. There's really fucking nothing for me to say. Okay. Well, I mean, fuck it. Here comes the hard part. Food. What
Alright,
do you got?
so my friend suggested like a banana, because, you know, Aho girl, she likes bananas. But banana has substance, and this show doesn't
A
really have
banana
that.
is nutritious.
Yeah,
It has potassium and stuff. I need something that's basically garbage,
yeah. And I want to
like
say, like,
nutrition.
not anything with sweets, because there's no romance elements. No
There's no
reason
romance at
sweets
all.
as romance
No,
elements.
no.
So, something. It's not like a tic tac, though. It's not like.
Nah, no, not at all. Do you have anything? Because I already came up with one, and I want to see
Yeah,
what you
you could
got.
say it.
Okay, cool. Instant ramen.
So
Not
you're
very
saying it's quick,
nutritious. It's
easy to
quick,
make.
correct,
But I feel
and
like a
it
lot of
doesn't
people
have a
like
lot
it.
going on. You like? I mean, yes, but other people are like, nah, I'd rather eat like real food. You know?
Yeah.
I know dudes who are like instant ramen. Maybe if I have nothing to do and I'm broke, but if I have like money, I'll make a real soup or buy real ramen somewhere. Like the instant stuff is just sort of filler to keep you alive. It's
Like, this will pass the time.
yeah. You're into it, so you eat it, or you're not into it, so you're like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. But,
And to be fair, I feel like slapstick is one of the lower forms of comedy, and sort of that to me also applies to the like ramen being more like, I mean, like you don't really eat instant ramen if you have a shit ton of money.
yeah,
I
it's
don't think
pretty
I've
cheap.
ever met like yeah, I've never met like super rich people who are like, of course, instant ramen is like the greatest of food groups. Nah, it's people like us, like broke college students and stuff.
And the show
And I
kind
would
of
also
appeals to, like,
argue that,
broke college students, I guess.
yeah, it feels like what I mean. It appeals to people with a sense of humor that's like a little less highbrow. Like there's no wordplay and long-winded analogies or satire like Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. It's oh shit, look at him rock that girl's jaw. It's not highbrow comedy.
Look at the dog roundhouse, the guy.
Look
Yeah.
at the dog roundhouse guy. I'm laughing. I love it. I'm not gonna pretend I don't love slapstick. I fucking love like Three Stooges and stuff. But you compare that to something that's like really, really intense, cerebral kind of funny. I always use Saitama Sensible Sensei because it's like a really, really particular kind of South Park. Because it's like every single thing, it only makes sense if you know so many fucking things about day-to-day life in Japanese culture. Or like, or like, shit, what's the name of that movie? Or like Funny Games, which is like a movie that's based around the concept of horror movies, rather, and it is a horror movie itself. But what it is actually is a commentary on horror film and the way in which people absorb the brutality and violence of horror films for enjoyment. That's a really cerebral movie, on top of the fact that it's like a weird, violent movie. And it's not like that. Like slapstick is not that kind of highbrow where you gotta think a bunch about it to be able to fully appreciate it. But this just kind of is what it is. It's not a lot of depth here.
Yeah, I guess the
And it
ramen is
usually
like,
ends up appealing to people like us. Like I want to say like people of a social class that is much more relative to be earthy, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, just like
Yeah.
not. Well, I don't want to say like not involved in literature, but
No,
like,
I'm just saying it's like it's accessible more so than highbrow comedy is. Because
it's not
highbrow
like,
comedy expects you to know all of these fucking things to be able to really enjoy a joke.
yeah, okay, like you
Versus
don't
like
need
this,
background knowledge.
exactly. Like this is accessible. Anyone can get it. Whether or not you find it funny is different, but anyone can get it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And ramen's pretty accessible, so like it's like in
Instant
every
ramen is
grocery
like
store.
basically the most accessible thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's like accessible countries that don't know what ramen is supposed to be like have it. Like can go to fucking Beirut in the middle of the Middle East and they have like instant ramen cups with the packaging in Arabic.
jeez.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
Yeah, and they don't know what ramen is.
They probably have no idea what ramen actually is supposed to be. So there you go. I feel like it's instant ramen. It's accessible. You're either really in on it, and the sense of humor is a little more like accessible than it is. Oh, well, I already said accessible. But you know what I mean. The slapstick it's certainly not expecting you to have like knowledge of Edwardian literature. It's like, oh shit, look at that.
Yeah.
So we good?
So yeah.
All right,
Oh,
instant
gross
ramen.
instant ramen.
I can I just say I already know what we're gonna do next week, and I would like to have all of you know ahead of time in case you want to watch along with us. Huh? Huh? This is a fun thing. Normally we
Okay.
figure it out way after the fact. So, for the next episode of Manga Palette, we're going to do Good Job Boo, which is good GJ Boo. It's a really, really interesting thing, insofar that it is almost purely nothing. In the OVA, when they go to a separate country, they go across the fucking Pacific Ocean to go to America, to go to New York City, it's still all centered in the one room to hang out in. Good Job Boo is like a bottle episode, the series. They're just in one room. Nothing happens. It's amazing.
Um.
Get
Oh
in
wait,
on Good Job Boo.
they don't leave
I
their
will.
they don't leave their
Their
club room.
club room. Nope. It's all about the shit that they do in the club room.
So they're like Ari's using Mia. Wait, no, they had stuff outside the club
No.
room. Anyway.
Tons of stuff happens in Haruhi Suzumiya. That woman is a god. She's a monster, but she's a god.
Okay. Good job, Boo.
Like Good Job Boo is oof. I can't wait to have you watch Good Job Boo and then you go, what the fuck was any of this? And they go, nothing. Alright everybody, get excited for Good Job
Is it another
Boo.
young Goma?
And no,
Uh,
not really. It has segments like a young Koma, but the sense of humor is not like that at all. Remember No No Biori?
yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, jeez. So it's like actually nothing.
It's like actually
Are we gonna
nothing.
make a nothing like how much is nothing in terms of food?
This show was built on Nothing. How dare you expect anything less?
Can we call it air?
It's probably cotton candy again. All right, and thank you for listening to Manga Palate.
Alright, we'll see you guys
Goodbye.
next week.
And if you're listening, you get it.
Yeah, you guys get it.
Get it on Good Jabu.
Bye.
Bye.